everyone, welcome to episode of Root Culturist. So in today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit more on plant profile, and today we're going to talk about radii. Of the 18 known staghorn ferns, radii are the only ones that have their fertile fronds growing upwards. So the main purpose of the fertile fronds are to channel water towards its growth bud and into where the roots reside. As you can see in this unique shape, they're not very fond of water, and that's why if you notice their shoot, it's always channeling water away from the plant. When the rainwater goes onto the plant, it always channels the water away. And we can actually see that there are different spores here. So this is called spore cap. And how to know when it's ready is that when it starts to fluff a little bit, we have one here, should be able to see. So this is a way where you can notice that they are ripe and ready for collection, either in a bag or in a cup, depending on how you prefer to collect it, if you want to sow your spores. So for that section, if you want to sow your spores, you can check out our episode on how to sow fern from spores. A little bit more on the radii is that radii have different cultivars. So there are two different spectrum of the cultivars. One with a very thin frond, or one with extremely wide fronds. To understand a plant would be first to understand how it is grown, and in nature where they are grown is that they're grown high up in treetops or in an open area where they receive a good amount of sun and also a good amount of aeration or ventilation. We receive inquiries from time to time asking how do we or how best to keep your radii, and the most frequent ones that we do get is can we grow radii indoors? And so that is the pointer where we would caution, because for example, when you grow them indoors, grow them in indirect sunlight, ultimately that would be detrimental to the plant's health. Because for radii, it needs the amount of sunlight for it to grow upright. If you notice that your radii is starting to spread out and it's not the cultivar that spreads out, that means that it needs more light. And if you keep radii in a low light environment, the tendency of the plant slowly dwindling is quite high. So unless you have grow lights at home, areas that you are able to provide it a good amount of sunlight, areas that you are able to provide it a good windy area. So these two things are critical for a radii. Good sunlight and good wind to let the plant dry out before your next watering. So for watering wise, we always recommend you could either do a full soak of the plant and then let it dry out the next round, or you could spray the plant as though you are watering a normal plant. So there are two ways to do it. We don't really recommend misting as often. So unless you're in a country that is not as humid, we don't recommend just misting the plant overall. Through the grow conditions, we hope that it helps you in being able to raise this beautiful plant. The cultivars of the radii, they are one of the nicest and only one of the ones that actually of the 18 that really grows their fronds upwards. So there are many different cultivars out there. There are many different Platyceriums out there, but it seems that this is always the hot favorite. So the 4 takeaway points for the radii is good amount of sunlight, the right orientation, proper aeration or proper ventilation, and also the right amount of watering. Too much water and it's detrimental for the radii, especially the radii. Do let us know in the comment section below which areas do you feel that you could have improved to let the plant thrive better.